Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All educational videos and tutorials, and in this video today we are going to learn what is backdrop library in Scratch. We have seen in previous video what backdrop is. Backdrop is image which we use for our background for our Scratch games, animations and so on. So it's not interactive, it's there only to support our story as some kind of environment which is in background, like a scenery in theater or something like that. But because your games and animations were probably develop and advance in different ways, changing their scenery, like cat will start its adventure in city and then go to some kind of desert or mountain and so on, you will have to change those backgrounds or backdrops to show that scenery. You will need one backdrop for desert, another for mountain, the third one for the castle where the monster is and so on. So because your story will change through the time, so it will have those changes will have to show up on backdrops, on backgrounds, and you will have to change those backdrops. And to do that, that's not hard, but to do that you will either need to draw these backdrops yourself, you will have someone to do it for you, or find it on internet. But guys from and girls, boys and girls from Scratch who created these applications for us, they gave us also lots of those backdrops for us to use for free, same as with sprites and sprite library, or costumes and costumes library, which we have seen before. Same goes with backdrops. All you have to do is go to your bottom right corner and find this button which says choose a backdrop, and whole library, backdrop library, will open for you to pick whatever you need. And same as with sprites, if you remember, they are divided in some kind of categories, sections, so you can find faster and easier whatever you like. So if you're making a space game with aliens and astronauts, just pick the space and backdrop for your space game. Underwater sports, for example, basketball game, soccer game, baseball game, and so on. Music for concerts and similar animations and games. Castles for knights and monsters and fairies and wizards and so on. So in our case, I have picked this backdrop with some kind of room. It can be a starting point for our game. So for example, we're making some kind of RPG game where this cat starts the adventure in its room. He picks up some kind of items from the table or below the bed, and it goes out to out of the room, out of the house, to different scenery. So I will need a new backdrop, which will, for example, be blue sky. This, I click on it, and now we have another backdrop which is now here on our stage active, and I can now make another scene for my animation or my game where my cat goes out of its house into the adventure to find, or I don't know, save some kind of princess. And it goes, for example, again from left to the right until it goes from this scenery into, let's find some kind of forest. Yeah, let me type here. You can also type here to find sprites, backgrounds, and backgrounds. I need some kind of forest which is darker, yeah, like this one. So this could be, for example, the third scene, some kind of scary forest where I can again choose a sprite for monsters. I will type monsters here, ghosts. Yeah, so ghost attack my cat, my player character here in the third scene, when and if it fights his way out of it, I will hide the ghost, and then it goes through from forest to desert, and from desert to maybe castle as the end. Yeah, where it fights the dragon as the final enemy. And you see how it's easy to prototype, although we need to flip it and mirror it to look to the left, but anyway, it's just an example. So we have added couple of characters here from our sprite library, which we have learned before. We have added couple of backdrops for different backgrounds for our game, and we have some kind of fast prototype for our game. Of course, we have to code all of it, to code the changes, the monsters, the dragon, the player, and so on. But you see how it's easy to play with it, to make something on your screen, to make changes, and how those changes are shown straight away on the screen. Again, choose a backdrop, pick something from it, pick from category or search in this search button. If you want out, click on this back, or press escape key on your keyboard, and the active backdrop is shown here in this stage column. But if you want to find more of it, you select again this stage to show backdrops instead of characters, then click on your top left button which says backdrops, and you can see all of those which we had before. So I hope now you see some kind of pattern here. The same approach is used for any kind of image in Sprite, either if it's character sprite here, either if it's backdrop, either if it's costume. It's all the same in terms of there are some kind of rules. You pick something from library to show it on the screen, pick a sprite, pick a character, pick a backdrop for a background. Then if you don't have something which you need here in your sprite or backdrop library, you can go for paint it myself in this editor, or upload the sprite which I made in some kind of software out of the scratch, or someone else made it for me, or I've downloaded it from the internet, and that's it. Same goes with backdrops, same goes with costumes. So all you have to do is go step by step, and the whole idea here is that it all shows up very fast, and you can change it very fast. It's easy to make changes, to apply changes, and to play that way, and make fun mechanics, fun game designs, game design, games, gameplays, and so on. That's why Scratch is great. It's almost all of the changes are instant, and you can make really fun and complex and interesting games and mechanics and animations really fast, which is not such a common thing in game development and other game engines in general. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope I will see you in next one. Bye for now.